Hey guys, what's up? Decline here. It has been a while. I have been busy and just trying to make progress and get things done. So today I want to talk about how the events of this year impacted me. We are running up to the end of the year and I am changed. This was supposed to be my year. Things were supposed to be better, but of course, this year was not better, and probably the darkest year since I started YouTube. And I think my mindset, my focus, my goals, priorities, everything's changed due to it. I think this year was defined for me by being devastated, feeling alone, and losing hope. I was broken, and I accept that maybe I did need to be broken in order to make those hard decisions. Maybe I did need to be pushed. Both the girl-related failures, which I've talked about a lot, mostly relating to that one girl, but also with a few others, and the pressure from a certain viewer who was pretty much my remote trainer for gym for about 6 months, and pressure from him with regard to gym and self-improvement. Really hard Goggins type person. I took steps that I wasn't sure I'd ever take. Now, of course, I have been thinking about getting serious for a very long time. 2017 in my notes. Yep, I was thinking about things all the way back then. And in my videos, as early as late 2019, if you go back to my most viewed video, I did have some consideration of this pathway back then. But now I'm doing what needs to be done, and despite the dark place that I'm in, I'm on the path to success. It is still a tough battle, and the odds are stacked against me, but we're really playing the game now. I am hoping that I'll be able to succeed, but if it's still not enough, we step it up. I'm leaving myself room to do that. I'm taking a careful, measured approach. It's all about nuance. It's all about trying to play the long game and think about how to best get this done with the most benefits. Not 0 to 100 blast off into space, but I'm not taking risks either. I lost an online girl I cared about deeply, and I failed with several other girls too. But as a result, in a year or two, I should be in a much better position, and I may live a more enjoyable life in the future, compared to if this year had not been so devastating. Now, I may be coping hard with this, and I acknowledged that in previous videos. I still miss her, I won't deny it, and going straight on to the self-improvement I'm gonna get girls, thinking about that is part of my way of dealing with things. And there could have been other pathways out of my state of despair besides just gym and the pain of losing her. But I kind of doubt that Deca decline would be a thing otherwise. I would have continued to have been strung along, clinging to hopes of booking a flight that had already been postponed indefinitely back in February, fantasizing over and over that everything would be okay once I stepped off that plane and ran into her waiting arms. Well, in the real world, she has someone else, while I continue to wither and rot, looking forward to something that was never going to happen. I knew back in February that things weren't the same as before, and it probably wasn't going to happen. Regardless of how I stuffed things up in April, I think when she postponed it, she had decided she'd pursue that other guy instead, so she basically shut off everything with me and kept me around as a backup. I still have feelings for her, but it's all over now. Instead, I'm on the path to ascension, a path to better things, a path to a better life. Because the pain was enough, I knew that I had to take action. I do feel like I have clarity of purpose. I know what I want in life, what I need to do, and what I'm actually willing to do. The only way out of this situation, the only viable path that I see forward, is building an aesthetic body that attracts attention and is sufficiently desirable, and leveraging that as best I can. Cute young Chinese student girls, here I come. I do want to be up here on YouTube or on Instagram in a year with some cute Chinese girl. Well, I'm not particular on race, but in terms of visualizing the idea, obviously I'm heavily influenced by K-pop and I guess some of the Chinese girls I've met in my paid experiences. But anyway, look, I know how unreasonable it may sound to think about desirable girls when I can't get anyone at all. But a man has to dream, and I have to have goals. Importantly, I have to have something to move on to that I want to move on to. I have a single-minded focus, and that's what I'm dedicating my life to for the next few years. I will become desirable. Nothing else matters. Let it all burn and collapse around me. I don't have much to live for anymore. Finding a job and living a normal life, yeah, maybe I go back to that when gym maxing fails or when I run out of money. I know the Centrelink Reaper is coming for me. My neat bucks won't last forever. Might even get cut off in a few months. Activity requirement, work for the dole. I'll struggle if I have to do that. If I quit, I'll have to dip into my savings, which will not be pleasant, but what can you do? The state doesn't see this as a valid project, of course. Sports chads are heavily state subsidised. Their ascension is fully supported, and big dollars, big mainstream appeal. But me, I'll always be the dole bludger, so there is a short timeline for me to get things done. I cannot be around here lifting 10 years later, still trying to get there because the money will run out. It's not just getting old, the money is a problem too. So I get it done and then I get back into the workforce. That is if things don't work out. I believe 2023 will be my year, or at least I hope so. The year that I scrape through the closing doors and get onto the gain train. At some point in 2023, I want to go from generally being perceived as small, skinny, or skinny fat to being more obviously muscular. I don't think I can achieve my endgame physique next year, or look super jacked. I didn't make enough progress in this year or in the past, and I'd expect that the low-dose ideology has its limits. Those TikTokers with the amazing transformations are probably blasting their faces off. But to get a physique that gets me over the line and into a girl's bedroom, maybe, just maybe, it might be possible by the end of next year. I've kind of given up on getting something by like June, July. That idea of the anniversary since I was dumped, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, not enough time. To be honest though, I'm not that optimistic. Obviously, I believe in gym maxing enough to be putting in work. I wouldn't be going to the gym. I wouldn't be doing all this time, effort, money, health risks, and the opportunity costs. I could be doing something else. But it still feels hopeless. It is still going to be a long time before I start to see changes, if ever. I can't imagine what it would be like to feel attractive, to feel desired, to not feel disposable and worthless so far away. It's a different world. But no matter how far away that dream may be, I'm putting in the work. I'm going to get there. Of course, there's the usual negativity. One side of people says it won't work and gym won't work. It's over for me. Just lay down and rot. The other side says you're not trying hard enough. It's half-assed and it's not gonna work, and because of that, and you have to, what else do they say? You'll never really have anything good, so you have to devour the scraps with vigor. Just accept the scraps you get and fight really hard for effectively no results, very little results. The truth is, there are no real optimists around except for me. Unfortunately, that's how it is. So overall, what I'm trying to say with this video is this year has really changed my focus to just gym, and it's increased my appetite for risk and made me willing to do what it takes. And I'm going to get there. I'm going to ascend. I'm going to have a good body. And we will start to see results next year, hopefully. I'm just going to keep going, and there really is nothing left except for the grind and the occasional coping. I mean, I went to a shop recently and I still play games occasionally, still watch TV, watch anime occasionally, but the main focus is the ascension. I realized that there is definitely nothing left, and there is no way I will be happy. There is no way I will escape unless I build that body. As for the haters, well, haters gonna hate. They'll still say it's not gonna work. They say that all the time. They're really insistent on telling me that, because if it did work, they'd probably get freaked out. They'd be proven wrong, and then they'd have to actually get into the gym too. But they'll find a way to dismiss it if it does actually work. But of course, I am going to keep going because I have made a rational assessment, and also a very emotionally charged assessment as well, I guess. Like, it makes sense because obviously the studies would support my chosen path in terms of effectiveness. Definitely supported by the studies, which I will not cite yet because this isn't about that. Like, maybe I go into detail after my transformation because, you know, I don't want those guys from Canberra coming knocking. But yeah, obviously my pathway is what makes sense to me. The gym maxing and trying to do things this way, and some of you people are so ridiculous. You're never gonna convince me otherwise. Maybe 2 years, 3 years it doesn't work, then okay, I'll give up, I'll go lay down and rot. And at least I'll have a better body to impress the girls at the shop, and I will go and enjoy that. But for now, I am trying, and I am going to keep going. And even though I miss that girl, and I am deeply disappointed to have stopped up with various other girls too. I really like that girl who I talked to in May. I don't know if I've mentioned her on here, but things were very pleasant with her, but I never... Yeah, but the truth is that there's nothing. But look, I am going to attempt to become desirable so that I can get someone new and move on, and not have to worry about past failures or anything like that. I'm going to move on. Yep. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Instagram, Discord, various other links in the About page. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.